Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Alice Ingersoll Gymnasium in Canton, Illinois. It's time for IHSA Class 2A sectional semifinal number 1. It is the Peoria Notre Dame Lady Irish and the Bloomington Central Catholic Saints. I'm Dwayne Hulett. BJ Stone is alongside tonight, and BJ, a whole lot of teams wanted to get here for this sectional, along with all the other sectionals going on. A whole lot of teams that went home, but these four have a chance to keep going and a chance to get to the super sectional, but they have to win tonight.
And this very well may be, Dwayne, the best overall four-team deep sectional in the state in Class 2A. You've got the number 1 ranked team in the state in Notre Dame. You've got highly ranked teams in Canton, Bloomington Central Catholic, and DMAC is a fine basketball team.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of great basketball. This first one, as we said, is Peoria Notre Dame and Bloomington Central Catholic. We're about 4 minutes and 10 seconds away from starting tonight's contest. I know you spent some time talking to the coaches, and both teams, oddly enough, have one player scratched from their roster tonight. But at this point in the season, you probably have to feel pretty good that you haven't had more injury problems than that.
Yeah, both teams missing a senior, and I don't know how deep in the rotation or whether or not they're in the starting lineup, but both coaches have made the adjustments necessary. They have not played each other this year, but they certainly know a lot about each other. You've got Bloomington Central Catholic at 26-6, and Notre Dame coming in at 29-4. They've both played some teams larger than them to toughen up for the tournament, if you will. And it's going to be a good battle between these two teams.
Yeah, we'll see how things work out. As they threw us kind of a little bit for a loop. It's going to be the navy blue for Bloomington Central Catholic and the white with green trim and navy numbers, or dark green numbers. Those look like they're navy numbers. I'm not real sure. Can you tell from up here?
They look a little navy-ish.
They do look a little navy up here, but that's going to be the Peoria Notre Dame Lady Irish. And if you watch TSSR Game Time Live, this is the second sectional that we've done from Canton this year. We did the volleyball sectional earlier this year. You and I did, and Peoria Notre Dame was in that as well.
And they have a third sectional hosting coming up in boys. Peoria Notre Dame, we are familiar with a couple of their players, as you said, Dwayne, from volleyball. That tournament was played over at the South Gym, they call it, right at Canton High School. This Alice Ingersoll Gymnasium, one of the older venues still operating in the state. It is off campus. It is close to where the old high school was, which is just to the east of us. The old high school now houses the school administration building, and the new high school up on North Main takes care of all the education part.
So as we search through this sectional here, as we find out how they got here, Peoria Notre Dame got here with a win over Kewanee in the quarterfinal of the regionals, 89-26. Then followed that up with a 66-33 win over Sherrard. Bloomington Central Catholic had a little bit tougher route to get here, at least in the first game. Bloomington Central Catholic beat Fieldcrest 70-67 in the regional quarterfinal, and then beat Eureka 60-44 in the final to set up this matchup here tonight. So we've seen where it seems like the boys teams played more quarterfinal round games than the girls teams seem to have played. A few more co-ops, it would appear, for that. Do you think that helps or hurts maybe somebody like Bloomington Central Catholic, who had a tough game against Fieldcrest in the semifinal?
Well, I think since they won, they're quite happy with it and probably toughened them up a little bit. But as you're looking at the schedule, you're saying, boy, we got no cakewalks here in the first round because of less schools. When you combine two schools, you would, in theory, expect them both to be a little bit better. So yeah, I think it toughens them up a little bit.
We'll see if they're going to do the national anthem before the first game or in between the two games.
They'll do it before.
So as the PA announcer, Kevin Stevenson, gets ready to do, well, the teams think it's going to be a national anthem, I do believe. So because of YouTube violation rights, we're going to take a break. We'll be back after the national anthem for starting lineups here tonight from Sectional 1 of 2 here at Alice Ingersoll Gymnasium in Canton, Illinois. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all of these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
I like to make time for my patients. I don't ever want anyone to feel rushed. I'm happy to sit and talk for as long as they need. And sometimes that puts me behind in my schedule, but I think it's worth it. People know if they need me that I'll be there.
Welcome back to Alice Ingersoll Gymnasium in Canton, Illinois. Dwayne Hulett and BJ Stone with you tonight for the first of two IHSA Class 2A sectionals. This is Peoria Notre Dame and Bloomington Central Catholic, as we'll turn it over to Kevin Stevenson, the PA announcer, for tonight's starting lineup.
And the Bloomington Central Catholic Saints. Let's meet the starting lineup. First of all, for the visitors on the scoreboard, Bloomington Central Catholic. At guard number 4, a 5'6" junior, Paige Ernst. At forward number 5, a 5'7" junior, Lauren M. At guard number 12, a 5'4" junior, Logan Shanks. At forward 15, a 5'7" sophomore, Emmy Fury. And at guard number 20, a 5'3" senior, Kate Hearn. Bloomington Central Catholic is coached by Debbie Thompson, assisted by Andy Smith, Molly McGraw, and Alyssa Recker. Now let's meet the starting lineup for the Lady Irish of Peoria, Notre Dame. At guard number 5, a 5'6" junior, Julia Minkus. At guard 21, a 5'11" junior, Caitlin Cassidy. At guard 22, a 5'7" senior, Maya Wordle. At guard 23, a 5'9" freshman, Emmy Wordle. And at forward number 24, a 6'1" sophomore, Lexi Baer. Notre Dame is coached by Lane Langhall, assisted by Ryan Julius, Mike Whitecloud, Seth Vegas, Julie Stanton, and Donnie Severe. The officials for the game, Jason Danner, Eric Geiger, and Wyatt McGrew.
Wyatt McGrew, one of the officials, getting his first sectional chance here tonight. It's the first time he's been able to referee a sectional at any level, so he's a former Bushnell graduate and a former state officer for FFA, and it is National FFA Week, so I had to throw that in here as we get ready to go. The jump is up, and it's going to be won by Peoria Notre Dame, and a three on the way in a hurry is off no good. Rebound down low, put back up off no good, and it'll go back the other way. It landed on the sideline. It'll be Bloomington Central Catholic basketball.
Notre Dame with a fast-paced offense, Dwayne. They score a lot of points, not afraid to get it up the floor. And anybody in the floor out there, even the 6'1 forward, will shoot a three.
Yeah, that first three and another steal that time. Notre Dame with the basketball again, skipping it across. Looking to drive is Wardle. That's Emmy Wardle, number 23. Her sister, Maya Wardle, is number 22.
And they are the daughters of Bradley head coach Brian Wardle.
Three on the way, off no good by Mingus. Rebound, and oh, what a pass across the lane. The pass, I think, was by Wardle. It was Lexi Bear with the basket, and the Lady Irish are up by 2.
They will press all over the floor, and Dwayne, they do that despite the fact they have a size advantage. Usually when you're the bigger team, you tend to want to sit back. Not this club. They will come after you.
Yeah, this team is playing like a college team, right? I mean, as far as size-wise, they've got the size. You announce Western games or call Western games on the radio for the Leatherneck Sports Network, and there's a pass out of bounds, and already some communication errors as Earn of the Meg variety was trying to get a pass down low, and just wasn't anybody there.
Yeah, Bloomington Central Catholic doesn't start a single play over 5'7". Notre Dame has 4 starters over that height. So Central Catholic's really going to have to box out in the glass and do the best they can on the defensive boards.
First foul of the game is going to come on Bloomington Central Catholic.
Foul number 15.
Foul is on Emmy Hurry, her first, team's first. At the free throw line, shooting 2 for Peoria Notre Dame is number 5, Julia Mingus. She misses her first.
Second game tonight will be Canton against DMAC. The winners will meet on Thursday here at the Alice, as they call it.
Second one is good. 3-0 no score. 6:28 to go here in quarter number 1 from the Alice. And now another turnover. And that's going to be a tip and a turnover right back. So Meg Earn had the turnover and got the turnover back. And now it's some trouble getting across. It looks like almost here that both teams just need to take a little breath.
Yeah, they're both trying to use pressure defense to force the other into mistakes, and so far so good.
Lauren missed that relatively easy look at the basket down the other end. There's a 3 on the way. That is Julia Mingus with the 3. 5:40 to go. It's 6-0. Peoria Notre Dame, and a timeout on the floor. What did they call?
10-second violation. Coach Kaufman disagrees vehemently.
That was pretty quick, 10 seconds. I
thought
thought so too. I would agree with that a little bit, but now they're waiting to inbound. Mingus was waiting down at the other side of the court, and they're finally going to inbound now. It's going to change. Inbounding is going to be Emmy Wardle. She's going to inbound it to Maya Wardle. Nearly losing out of bounds was Bear, but she gathers it back up. 5:30 left in the first quarter. 21, 22, 23, and 24 on the floor. You don't see that very often in the starting lineup. 3 on the way is off, no good. That was off the hand of Maya Wardle, and it's going to be rebound and take it back the other way as Logan Shanks got the rebound for the Saints, and then knocked out of bounds by Mingus. And the pressure really looks to be affecting Megan Earn right now, number 4 for Bloomington Central Catholic.
Yeah, Notre Dame will notice that, the 4 coaches on the bench, and they will try to stick some pressure on the people they think it can affect the most. And you're right, Dwayne, it's right now they're pretty much keeping Earn in check.
This is literally the first offensive set at the 5-minute mark, essentially, for Bloomington Central Catholic. They had one good look at a layup. Everything else has been turnovers. They never got into their offensive set. There's Shanks with it again, far side. Cassidy's over there on her, and she does get rid of it. Driving now, and they're going to call foul or travel. It's a travel on Lauren M., and a turnover. It'll be Lady Irish basketball. 4:39 left here in the first quarter.
So the Irish come out in a diamond and one, and it looks like Bloomington Central Catholic 1-2-2-3 quarter court. Notre Dame breaks it easily.
And they didn't miss the bunny. That's off the hand of Lexi Bear. She has her 4th point. It's 8-0. Timeout on the floor. Charged to the Saints. It's a 30-second timeout, and BJ will keep it here.
All right, 8-0 Notre Dame, number 1 ranked team, out to an early big lead tonight. And Dwayne, if you'd like, I can give you a little read from one of our sponsors, the American Grill on 5th Avenue in Canton. Part of our sponsor list here this week for the sectional. A gaming room that's open until 11 o'clock at night. Daily specials. Salad bar open 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. And banquet facilities you can rent. For more information, give Kim and her crew a call over at the American Grill, 647-3613.
So 4:30 to go. Bloomington Central Catholic just feels like it, to me at least, BJ, that they just need to slow down a little bit and maybe take what Peoria Notre Dame gives them rather than trying to force the issue, which it seems like they've been trying to do here.
And you know as well as I, if you've got a team that's got a good record, teams that aren't quite as good as you will tend to not try to pressure you, but Bloomington Central Catholic may not have seen pressure like this year.
Especially from the size and length that Peoria Notre Dame throws at you.
Exactly.
4:10 remaining here in the first quarter. Still no score for Bloomington Central Catholic. They trail Peoria Notre Dame 8-0. There's a nice look down low, and the shot's up and in. The first basket comes at the 4-minute mark for Emmy Curie, and back the other way as Emmy Wardle gets the bucket. A couple Emmys doing big things there. One for each team. Crossed half court. They beat the 10-second count that time.
Much better against the press out of the timeout in these last 2 trips for the Saints.
You almost wonder, though, the last 2 times they've set the press themselves, they've gotten beat for easy layups. You wonder how long. There's a 3 on the way. It's long. And a rebound goes to Maya Wardle. You wonder how long they will actually set the press and continue to press if they continue to get beat.
Well, they
badly.
tried there, even on the miss, but Notre Dame got it up court quickly.
Shot turnaround off, no good by Cassidy, Caitlin Cassidy, and there's another shot off, no good. 3 minutes remaining, just under. Here in quarter number 1, 10-2 is the score. 3 on the way, trying to answer. Hard off the glass. Rushed that one a little bit. 2:45 remaining. 3 on the way is good for Lexi Bear. And BJ, you mentioned it. Doesn't matter if you're the shortest player or the tallest player on this Peoria Notre Dame team, you will shoot the triple.
That's a quick 7 for Lexi Bear.
Shanks skips it across to Earn. She throws it up at the rim, quite literally, and now she's going to pick up a foul possibly out of frustration there. It'll be her first, team second. Subs coming in for both teams. In for the Saints, number 11. That's number 11 is Michaela Wiedewilt. And the 2 players in, number 12 for, and what's the other number player? No, 13.
Yep.
12 and 13 are in for Peoria Notre Dame. And there's a layup off, no good. Rebound, put back, off, no good as well. That is Bridget Dooley just into the game, and a foul is going to be called on 20.
Kate Earn, her first 13th foul.
Kate Earn
Bridget Dooley shooting 2.
is number 20. I had her as number 21. It's her first. First free throw off, no good. Second one off, no good as well. 13-2. Free throws don't mean a whole lot right now, but there's a good look, but not a good pass. It could have been an easy bucket. Now Shanks for 3. It's well off the mark. That's tipped around, and finally Bear comes down with it.
Height's got that rebound. They just toyed with it over her head.
Yeah, until they came up with it.
Yep.
Into the corner, 3. Good. And that's fresh off the bench. Number 12, Allie Stickelmeyer gets the 3.
3 triples already for Notre Dame and a big 14-point first quarter lead.
Oh, big foul. Not on purpose, but it was a big foul.
Emmy Wardle's first and the team's first.
Foul number 23, Emmy Wardle, her first team foul.
At the free throw line, going to be number 15, Emmy Curie. Her first one is good.
Julia Mingus in for the Lady Irish.
Julia Mingus back in. Wardle is out. Second one's off, no good. Whole lot of contact and pile up down there, but no fouls called. It goes out of bounds off Bloomington Central Catholic. 1:17 to go here in the first quarter.
Central Catholic's going to play man on the inbounds play. And they lose coverage.
Bear wide open for three. Her second one. She's got 10 points in the quarter. There's a bank shot off, no good. Stickelmeyer with the rebound. 1 minute remaining. It's 19-3. Wardle counted in a foul as Maya Wardle gets the bucket. The old-fashioned three-point play is coming. Fouls on number 12. Logan Shanks, her first.
Coach Kaufman needs another 30 here before the end of the period. Has to burn her second timeout, but Notre Dame is getting whatever they want on the offensive end, Dwayne. I'll tell you that. It's an early lead for the Notre Dame Irish.
You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Coverage of the IHSA Class 2A Regional live from Canton, Illinois. And BJ, we got some great sponsors that are helping to bring us this game.
Yep, JB&D has been in business 52 years. Russell Rui, who lives here in Canton, has been with the company 30 years and manages the Galesburg and Macomb offices. He is a Fulton County native. The family is here. His wife Stephanie is here. They do window siding, roofing, and sunroom and decks, big or small. They do it all. Give them a call for all of your needs at JB&D Sidings, Galesburg, Macomb, Canton.
Big or small, they do it all. That didn't rhyme on purpose, did it?
I believe it did. I believe Russell's got a little bit of poetry in him.
I could hear it. I caught it. 57.4 seconds remain, and Maya Wardle at the free throw line to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
And the sub at the table is coming in for her. So
yeah. So they had two subs. She misses it.
That's how you stay on the floor.
That is. Push. They're going to call the foul on Caitlin Cassidy, I believe.
I think you're right. Second foul for Notre Dame.
Cassidy's first.
Foul number 21.
And into the game is number 33. Is that 33 I just saw come in?
22, Maya Wardle in 21.
32. I can't read numbers. I'm sorry. Cora Hines in as well. So Maya Wardle went off the floor.
Now they're going to switch Wardles.
Yeah, because Emmy Wardle came in at that timeout, so there was actually, they're not letting her come back in that quick as Wardle went off the floor and she couldn't turn around and come right back.
So you're saying they had to re-Wardle?
They had to re-Wardle, that's right. 50 seconds remaining. As Bloomington Central Catholic down 21-3, a three on the way is off, no good. Rebound, put back up. A foul is going to be called. I believe it's going to be on Mingus. Going to the free throw line is going to be Lauren M. Nope, I think they changed it, maybe 32. Yep, Cora Hines comes in, gets her first foul, team's third. And it's 35.3 seconds left. Trying to cut into a 18-point lead, and she will.
I tell you what, how about this size for Notre Dame? The first three subs that have come in, 6 foot, 6 foot, and 6 foot. And now they replace 6-foot Stickelmeyer with number 24, 6'1", Lexi Bear.
Yeah, and they're athletic. They're not just big girls, right? They're athletic, long, fast. You can see why they've won so many games, but both free throws good by Lauren M. Cuts it to 21-5, a 16-point lead with 30 seconds remaining. And the first time we've seen anybody do anything slow, it looks like Peoria Notre Dame is content to get the last shot here, maybe, BJ.
And even if there was a shot clock, they would be able to do the same thing because it's inside 30.
Well, down to 10. Now they're going to start to run the play here. To the rack goes Wardle, and she's going to be fouled. She'll shoot 2 with 5.8 seconds remaining.
Going back to what you said, they spread the floor because of their athletic ability. They're able to do that, and they ran the old Dean Smith 4 corners there for a little bit.
Logan Shanks picks up her second, team's 5th. At the free throw line to shoot 2 is going to be number 22, Maya Wardle. She missed her free throw on the old-fashioned three-point play attempt a second ago, and she misses this one as well.
The official overran it. He came in to get the rebound and was in a bad position.
Yeah, he's no Dennis Rodman, is Mr. Danner.
No, he's not.
That one rattles around and falls through. She's 1 for 3. 22-5. 30. Peoria Notre Dame takes a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here again, and a lot of timeouts being used here. It's kind of a surprise maybe to see Peoria Notre Dame use one with 5.8 seconds to go.
Well, it depends. I mean, I know he loves to run that press, and maybe he'll switch it up a little bit, try to get a late steal and a hoop before the end of the period. You know, we've talked about this all year with Western Illinois. You get a big lead on somebody, and you got to put the foot on the proverbial throat. And sometimes the Leatherneck men have let teams back in it. And you can see right now with this attitude of taking that quick timeout, Notre Dame wants to bury it and end it early.
Yeah, keep the gas pedal all the way to the floor or through the floor, right?
Now they go man to man.
Slow down. And they're going to get a – well, that's a long –
that would have counted.
It would have counted. That was a long 5.8 seconds, it seemed like.
Yeah, it was.
That's the end of the first quarter of play. 22-5 the score. It is the Peoria Notre Dame Lady Irish with the lead over the Bloomington Central Catholic Saints. We will be back right after this on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
Welcome back to Alice Ingersoll Gymnasium as we are here for IHSA Class 2A sectional girls basketball. Peoria Notre Dame leads Bloomington Central Catholic 22-5. I'm Dwayne Hulett, BJ Stone alongside, and I don't know for sure, BJ, but I would think that there's not a whole lot Peoria Notre Dame could be upset with after that first quarter.
No, I think they played pretty well. I think Coach Langhoff will be happy, particularly Lexi Bear, 10 points in the first quarter. Julia Mingus had 4, Maya Wardle 3. They moved around. 5 different players scored, so that's a good start.
10 seconds coming. Up a steal first. Now driving to the basket. Mingus has it tipped. Now trapped in the corner was Cassidy. Now Peoria Notre Dame will set things up. And a little bit of hecticness there to start this quarter, but Peoria Notre Dame found a way out of it.
And you mentioned, Dwayne, earlier that there's a turnover. You mentioned earlier that they had a very good volleyball team, went all the way to the sectional. And you know from years involved in high school sports, one good sport in the fall can lead to a good season in the winter.
Yeah, it can, especially if you can get those same girls that are athletic to play every sport, right? That used to be a big thing, but now it's not as common anymore. But if you get some of the same girls playing, and there's going to be a foul, and they're going to give her 2 shots, maybe on Mingus here. We'll see.
And I'll give you a perfect example. It is on Mingus. That is her first. Perfect example of that multi-sport status. A few years ago, Jim Robertson, the Illini Bluffs, had one of the best teams in the state in basketball, and not one of the regular starting 5 had basketball as their main sport. They were just good athletes in all 3 sports: softball, volleyball, basketball, and some track and field too.
Meg Earn at the free throw line hits the first, so they score earlier here in quarter number 1. It was about 3 minutes before they were able to set the offense up in quarter 2. In quarter 1, it was a lot of trouble against the press, but they seemed, after that first time out, they seemed to have answered that pretty well.
Yeah, they calmed down quite a bit after Coach Kaufman had a little chat with them.
Cassidy to the rack, leaves it up hard off the glass, and
Foul
maybe
Notre Dame.
It might be on Cassidy following through. That'll be her second if it is. It is on Caitlin Cassidy, her second, team's second of the quarter. 6:50 to go here in the first half. It's 22-7, and the runaway, at least as far as Bloomington Central Catholic is concerned, is slowed now for Peoria Notre Dame. Back the other way, a good body shot there. Basket was no good.
Do we have a jump?
Jump ball to be Peoria Notre Dame basketball, though. I'll tell you what, down there giving up a bunch of size and height, number 11 was Michaela Wiedewilt. She was wrestling with Bear, and she was not giving that ball up.
Michaela's 5'4", going on 6'2".
And she ripped it away, I might add.
Yeah.
Lower center of gravity, right? That helps there, you think? 6:28 to go. The passing for Peoria Notre Dame, for the most part, BJ, is so crisp. Even on cross court. Oh, there's a nice take and an easy bucket for Emmy Wardle. She's got 4 points now.
Yeah, they can pass, I think, in their offense. They might be able to close their eyes and pass it back and forth. They've been drilled so well.
And another jump ball, that will go to Peoria Notre Dame, or nope, to Bloomington Central Catholic, excuse me. We had no jump balls in the first quarter. We've already had 2 here in quarter number 2, and it's only 6:04 left, so there's still 6:04 left, only a minute 56 in.
New scoreboard since the last time I was in the Alice, and unfortunately the air handler blocks me from seeing the left side of the scoreboard that has the fouls and points on it.
That went out of bounds. They're going to say off of Meg Earn, I guess, and she was less than impressed with that call. She held the arms out and turned around and asked, how did that happen? But it's Peoria Notre Dame basketball nonetheless. Down low. That is Emmy Wardle, another bucket.
What a great diagonal pass across the lane from left to right.
Step back long 2 is good. That's just a 2 from Meg Earn. She's got 4 points now.
Notre Dame in too much of a hurry right there.
Mingus stepped on the baseline, the official said, before she did throw it off of a Bloomington Central Catholic player, but the Saints gained the basketball nonetheless. It's 26-19. 5:30 remaining in the first half. That was a perfect pass that didn't go where she meant it to. Earn with it. Gives it off to M. That is Lauren M. out there on the right wing. Now it's Wiedewilt. And a steal by Cassidy, and a foul is going to be called on Meg Earn, her second, team's first.
Actually a good foul. It's a breakaway layup going the other way for Caitlin Cassidy. She doesn't grab a hold of the arm and hang on. So you got an Earn, you got 2 Earns and an M and a couple of Emmys, and you're going to get confused for the end of the night just on the E names.
Number 31 into the game is Kate Stolfa into the game for Bloomington Central Catholic. Last night, BPC and Rushville Industry played in boys regional action. We had that here on TSSR Game Time Live. Rushville Industry starts 3 free tags. There's a nice take by Caitlin Cassidy. She gets her first bucket. Caitlin Cassidy has 2, and it's 28-9, 4:45 to go in the first half. But BPC started 2 Huffmans, so half the players on the team had the same names as somebody else.
Look out, here comes the long ball.
Pump fake, and Caitlin Cassidy can't finish. She's going to put it back up, can't finish again. and then she's going to pick up her third foul. Frustration over the back call there, and she's got 3.
Good box out by freshman Allison M. right there to draw that foul. So Cassidy comes out. Also coming out, Lexi Bear.
Notre Dame, 15, Emmy Hearing returns for the Saints.
Yeah, there was, and that's the key, right? When you're undersized, BJ, boxing out in general becomes the most important part of the game in rebounding, isn't it?
As soon as the shot goes up, you find a body, you turn, you back into him, box him out. Have your arms out wide if you think about it.
There's Kate Earn right there. Driving, throws it up, and gets it to fall. 17-point lead now as we approach the 4-minute mark. 4:03 left.
Well, they played each other even here, 6-6 in the second quarter, Dwayne.
Yeah, Peoria Central Catholic has settled down a bunch here as they nearly lost that. But here's a shot up by M. It's off no good, and rebound to Peoria Notre Dame. A lot of contact. And there's another, finally, about the third time, foul's going to be called. That's on number 22. That is Allison M. Be her first. Team second. Wrong team. I did the same thing almost.
I've got one on Allison, yep. Second team foul.
Yep. This place is filling up, BJ.
Yeah, it is.
In a big, big way. They thought it would. It'll clear out a little bit when the first game's over, but it's getting full right now.
It's like a sauna.
Yeah, it's warm in here tonight. Great, beautiful day outside means a hot day in a gym in the evening, doesn't it?
Yep.
3:25 left here in the first half. Nice look down low. Shot off, no good. Both teams seem to be missing some easy shots, and a traveling violation is going to be called. That was Emmy Wardle with the easy miss, and then a travel is going to be called on the Saints and turn it right back over to the Lady Irish. 3:18 left in the first half. And another travel called, this time on Julia Mingus. Subs coming in. Lexi Bear in for the Lady Irish. In for the Saints, Logan Shanks, number 12. Full court pressure is still there, BJ.
It will not go away until it is a very big lead. That's the way they play it. They stick to it.
It's a little pick and roll, but it's knocked away. In the game.
Last touch by the Irish, sorry.
Yep, number 22 is Maya Wardle. Knocked that away. Now another sub coming back in. This is going to be Meg Earn. So for Central Catholic on the floor right now, looks like it's going to be number 20, Kate Earn. Number 12, Logan Shanks. Number 5 is Lauren M. Number 4, Meg Earn. And then a turnover and backpedaling down the floor to block the defense, but Bear goes to the rack and gets the layup. A nice pass and nice take, and Bear has 12 points in the first half. It's 2:45 to go. It's 30-11 again, a 19-point lead. That's as big as it's gotten. And outlet down the floor. Basket is up and in for number 13, Bridget Dooley. She's got her first two, and it's a 21-point game with 2:28 remaining and another turnover. Dooley comes away with it again.
She ran 80 feet to get that steal.
Yeah, from one end to the other, literally. Left it short. Dooley's there for the rebound and can't finish.
Oh, wow.
She is up and down the floor. She's going to need to take a little bit of a breather here, it looks like. Shot up hard off the glass, no good. It's going to go, they're going to call a box-out foul.
That's a good call right there at the end. You saw one of the Notre Dame girls kind of move the hip to the side.
It's going to be Julia Mingus picking up her second foul, team's third.
Fourth. Oh, I
thought they had 3 up there as well already, but up there they changed it to 4. You were right, BJ. It is team foul number 4. That means that Central Catholic will be in the bonus the rest of the way.
And almost got one right there.
Shot up and in by Lauren M. Her first 2 points from the field. She's got 4 after making 2 free throws. It's 32-13, back to 19 points, 150 remaining. Down low, shot up and in. Shot is good. Counted in a foul for Cora Hines. Number 32.
That was on number 15, Lauren Urey, her second.
Emmy Urey picks up her second.
That's 5 or 6 times that Notre Dame using screens in the paint has broken wide open. It's just, you know, they're sealing the defenders off. They're setting the screens. They're confusing the defense. Wonder if BCC might want to switch to a zone for a little bit and see what happens.
Yeah, they are struggling. There's a shot up off the back iron, no good. Rebound long, picked up off the floor by Stickelmeyer. Now goes the other way, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Emmy Wardle. It'll be her second foul. Team's 5th. It's a player control foul, though, so no free throws with 1:25 to go.
A really good play by number 15 for the Saints, Emmy Urey, to draw that charge, but they throw it away.
3 on the way. Good for Maya Wardle. And a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout because that's all she has left here in the first half. 1:16 to go. We'll take a break. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
All right, welcome back here to Alice Ingersoll Gymnasium in Canton, Illinois, as TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, brings IHSA Class 2A sectional volleyball. It's semifinal round, game number 1 of 2, and it's a 25-point lead with 1:16 to go. Peoria Notre Dame is running away from the Saints of Bloomington Central Catholic. I
was in text mode.
The first half is coming to a close here, maybe not quickly enough for Bloomington Central Catholic.
No, they need to regroup at halftime. And what do you say to a team? You're playing the number 1 team in the state. You just leave it all on the floor, I guess, is all you can tell them to do.
Shot blocked from behind, and it's going to go off of Bloomington Central Catholic. It'll go to Peoria Notre Dame with 1:01 remaining. Our first time out. Watching from Charleston. Hey, Dante Drake, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. And Kevin O'Donnell. I'm not sure why it's glitching. I'll keep an eye on it and see if I can catch something going on there. We'll maybe make a change at halftime if we need to.
3 is no good. Rebounded by Meg Earn. And BCC has a chance to pick up a late bucket here in the first half.
Shot well up off the glass, no good. Rebound by Hines, and she's fouled.
Kate Earn's going to get her second. Going with the injury to Veronica Oshemer. Kate Earn, the only senior in this Bloomington Central Catholic roster, so it's not like they're going to be hurting next year. 26-6 and bringing your entire team back, basically.
Right, and that's a good place to be as Hines leaves the floor to a big ovation from the Peoria Notre Dame crowd. 27 seconds left, and we might see Peoria Notre Dame hold for 1 shot now.
And now Bloomington Central Catholic does go to the zone.
It's almost like you know what you're talking about.
No.
15 seconds left here in the first half. Down the corner, 3 on the way. Off, no good. A big box out. Man, you don't want to foul there. There's a turnover. And a chance with 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Half court, just pass. Bank shot off, no good. And that's how the half will end. 38-13. Peoria Notre Dame with a 25-point lead outscored the Saints 16-8 in that second quarter. We'll take a break. We'll be back after a word from our title sponsor, McDonough District Hospital.
That's the end opposite the concession stand. Hall of Fame is open at all home games throughout the season and provides an interesting history of Canton High School.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
Welcome back to halftime here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Patrick Osterman, the Director of Business. What? Tell me again. I know you as the media guy. That's what I know you as. And every time I talk to you, it's like I can't ever remember.
Well, for the majority of my MDH career, I have been the Director of Public Relations and Marketing. But as of February of 2023, that's when I added on the title of Vice President of Business Strategy.
Well, see, there you go. See, I that's what you get me all discombobulated. You know, the email address doesn't change. That's my problem.
It does not. No.
If you changed the email address, I would have had that. I would have remembered that. But every time, you get something stuck in your head. It's kind of like when I'm announcing a basketball game or something, and I say somebody's name wrong, and then they say this is how you're supposed to say it. I always just mess it up. It's just hard to change back. You know what I mean?
I understand.
Well, we're here to talk about MDH, not about all my shortcomings as an announcer or an interviewer, but a lot of big things happening for MDH here in the last year or so, hasn't there?
There has been a lot of really positive things going on. If you come out to our campus, you're going to see the construction for the community pharmacy going on. That is certainly one of our big projects. We've also had a lot of community outreach events, too, over the past 6 months, I would say. Really from like summer, fall 2023, just a lot of positive things going on.
Well, one of the things we talked a little bit about last year but didn't really get to touch on a lot was you've expanded. You've got a physical therapy, I believe, in Monmouth. Is that correct?
Correct. We got the MDH Monmouth Clinic, physical therapy up there, a convenience clinic. Everything's been going really well up there. Very supportive. Really been just incredible how many people have been welcoming us into the community. We've got some staff members up there who are part of the Monmouth community, live there in Monmouth. So really the familiar face when you walk into the clinic.
Obviously, we were talking about sports, and we've talked about physical therapy and rehabilitation. That's a large – I don't know if it's a large part of what you guys do, but it's a very active way for you to be involved in the sports in the area, especially high school sports, and you've got a very solid – physical therapy and rehabilitation department.
Our sports medicine and rehabilitation department. We've got our clinic up in the hospital on the third floor. We have our clinic in North Lafayette. We've got one over in our Bushnell family practice, and as we just talked about, up in the Monmouth clinic as well. As you know, Dwayne, sports is big in this area, and it's great. I've got children who played sports for Macomb or are playing sports for Macomb. We know how important that is. Make sure you have the athletic trainers, that you have the proper medical care there on the sidelines for the student athletes. So anytime that we can be a sponsor of that to help and just help not only promote the MDH brand, but more importantly, take care of the patients, take care of the student athletes. That's what's most important.
I think one of the biggest things parents, fans can see in person is Lindsay, Kessler, all those trainers that are at these games, and they it's I don't want to say it's funny, but it's really cool to see how they become ingrained in those teams that they are part of as trainers.
I used to work in college athletics before making the switch over to MDH, and in my near 25 years of working in sports information, we would be involved with the teams quite a bit. But as also one of the support staff members, we also work closely with the athletic trainers. There's a lot of different personnel involved, more than just the coach and the student athlete, that help make that successful. When you have a strong support staff like athletic trainers, for instance, it's just going to make your program stronger. You want your kids healthy. You want them to be out there as much as possible. If they are injured, okay, what can we do to best care for them to make sure that they get on the court quickly and as healthy as possible?
I think MDH and the schools, though, are lucky to have the quality of trainers that you've got that not only do a good job, but truly, I mean, you can watch by the Facebook posts and how much they care about the teams, even if they don't treat somebody on a team, they become part of that team.
They do. And I think the more they deal with it, they're there on a daily basis. They want to see those student athletes succeed, and they certainly do have a personal investment in the teams and seeing the kids, the student athletes, the coaches succeed and the school succeed.
Okay, so we've talked about how important trainers are and everything to MDH, but you mentioned a few minutes ago, I think it's been a few minutes ago, seconds ago maybe, but you talked about how you spent years in sports information.
I did.
How does a sports information guy end up as a public relations guy and then a VP at a hospital?
Well, when I got started, I had an interest in doing a lot of writing when I was in college, and my academic advisor knew me, he knew my family, and he knew we were, he realized there's a profession out there called sports information, and he explained it to me, and I said, so essentially I kind of get paid to watch sports, and he goes, well, yeah, kind of, so that really started my interest. And then when I was at Northern Iowa, that's where I got my undergrad degree. I actually graduated with a public relations degree. I worked at the student office at Northern Iowa, and then that led me to go to grad school out at Gonzaga University. I got my athletic administration master's degree. And my first job was actually at Eastern Illinois, and I was the PR person for Eastern Illinois University Athletics. I was the assistant director, worked 7 great years. That's where I met my wife, Susan. Our 2 older boys were born there. Led to my first full-time director job at Georgia Southern University. And then from there I came up to Macomb. I was at Western Illinois for 8 years as the sports information director. But as I joked when I started at MDH, instead of writing about touchdowns and field goals and home runs, now I get to write about doctors, the staff, and just taking care of patients and the positive patient stories. So it's really, instead of athletics where I'm telling a story about student athletes, now I get to tell the story about our staff and great interactions with our patients. And then, you were talking about being named vice president. I do a lot with the Macomb Chamber of Commerce. I'm on the board of directors. One of the perks of working at Western and living in Macomb, it's a smaller community. You get to know a lot of people, and we're able to build some great relationships, and it's been just a blessing to be able to carry those relationships from Western over to MDH and now expand on those as my new role as Vice President of Business Strategy.
Well, you've had a couple kids go through Macomb, and they've had some success post Macomb as well, I think, right?
Correct.
So how important is it to be involved? And, TSSR isn't a huge deal by any stretch of the imagination. I guess when you're talking about communications, it's kind of the same thing as MDH, right? We're the small market provider of sorts. Why is it important for you to be involved and to make sure MDH is involved in what we're doing?
Well, as we said earlier, this is a big sports area. There's a very passionate fan base, and if they can't be in the games, they want to be able to try and watch the game somehow. So I remember when you first started, we had our initial conversations. I really was very impressed with the vision that you had to carry this on and where you wanted to go. And I thought this is a great opportunity for us as the marketing director to help promote our MDH brand, but also help promote high school athletics and help promote TSSR Game Time Live. And it's been a great relationship. We anytime I tune in, you guys do a great job broadcasting the events home and road. I know it's a lot of work for you guys to put this on, and I think the fans are very appreciative. And it's just a great opportunity for visibility. We're able to tell a story about our staff members and the great things that we're doing here at the hospital, all while watching some great high-quality sports productions.
Well, we appreciate that. Thanks for taking a few times, a few laughs, and a little mess up from me occasionally. But if you watch very many of our broadcasts, you should be used to that. Whenever you hear me talk, I tend to mess up.
No, you do a great job, and it's a great pleasure being a part of this partnership.
We'll be back with the second half right after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Welcome back here. We are having some connection issues, it would appear, we apologize for that. I'll keep working on that and try to get it going a little better. We are on a different internet tonight as the first shot of the second half off, no good. And it had plenty of internet. I was told nobody else was going to be on it, BJ, but it looks like we might be the result of some people being on internet that we weren't expecting.
A little sharing that we didn't expect, huh?
Yeah, it does appear that might be the case.
Starting five is out there for Bloomington Central Catholic to start the half. The foul called on Notre Dame. You got Meg Earn, number 4. Lauren M is number 5. Logan Shanks, 12. 15, Emmy Hury, and 20, Kate Earn. That's how the Saints start the half.
Caitlin Cassidy just picked up her 4th foul. She's one of the starters, and she's going to probably sit it quite a while here in the third quarter. 7:27 to go, and she kicks up foul number 4 already.
So she will be replaced by number 12, Allie Stickelmeyer, who joins number 5, Julia Mingus, 22, Maya Wardle, 23, Emmy Wardle, and 24, Lexi Bear.
1 of 2 from the free throw line that time for Laura M.
At least we don't have everybody named Emmy M, because that would really throw me off.
It's funny because there's Emmys spelled 2 different ways, too.
Yeah.
Nice take to the bucket. That is Emmy Wardle, and she has 11 points now. Kate Earn misses the 3, and back the other way it goes again in a hurry. Off the bench for 3, it's long, no good. There's a big push by Bear, no foul call, but it's going to be picked up by Lauren M. either way. A good box out, but did you see that 2-hand push in the back there?
Going for position.
Kate Earn still with it here.
Look at that block.
Blocked in a huge way by Lexi Bear. And now Wardle bounces it across. What a look. And good finish by Julia Mingus.
Unselfish play again from Maya Wardle.
And it's a 28-point lead. It was 25 at the half. 6:03 to go here in quarter number 3.
And what is the rule? 30 going into the 4th?
30 in the 4th, yeah.
And that means a running clock.
It does. Oh, nice give and go, and can't finish for Lauren M. There's a shot up off, no good for Peoria Notre Dame, and had a young man standing right in front of me, so I couldn't see who shot it.
That was Maya Wardle. That's too much body.
Yep. Julia Mingus is going to pick up the foul. It'll be her 3rd, team 2nd.
11 fouls whistled on Notre Dame so far, and Cassidy has 4 and Mingus has 3 of them. Lexi Bear comes out. Bridget Dooley, remember her from volleyball? Another one of their big, tall trees up front.
Yep, and she did a whale of a job in the first half here tonight, too. Running up and down the floor, defense, offense. There's a nice shot up and in by Lauren M.
Good use of the off arm to create space. She has 7, team high for BCC. BCC still in that zone to start the second half.
Great ball movement, moving without the basketball, and a finish for Dooley. She's got 5 points now. 4:55 to go in the third quarter. Back to 18, and a traveling violation going to be called on Meg Earn.
It's tough when you're down by this many, Dwayne, but the Saints just appear to be a step off on defense, like it just isn't quite there tonight.
Caitlin Cassidy back in. Julia Mingus leaves for Peoria Notre Dame. Guess when you're up by 28, that 4th foul doesn't matter quite as much. And there's a great take and a finish for Maya Wardle. And a turnover for Bloomington Central Catholic. Good down-court pass, but couldn't hold on it and keep it in bounds both. 4:30 remaining.
Look at that ball handling. What a play by Maya Wardle. Went underneath the
Sticklemeyer
hoop.
get the bucket. Sorry,
Found
go ahead.
Sticklemeyer. Sorry. I mean, that's just excellent next level play right there, Dwayne.
Yeah, the ball handling skills, as you mentioned, to get to that point was amazing. Kate Earn with it. There's a three on the way. Good for number 12, Logan Shanks. She gets her first 3 points of the night.
And the first made three for the Saints.
First half of the third quarter is done, and it's down now to a 29-point lead. It was up to 32. Right back to the rack goes Emmy Wardle. And it's 50-19. I feel like that Bloomington Central Catholic, BJ, can score a few points maybe now, but they just cannot stop Peoria Notre Dame defensively.
No, they have not stopped with either the man-to-man or the zone. And there's not much else left to try. Unless a power play is in the offing. Go 7-on-5 or 6-on-5, maybe pull your goalie.
Timeout on the floor, I think. That's going to be charged to Bloomington Central Catholic. It has to be a full. They only have one timeout remaining after this. We'll take a break and we'll come back after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on, so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
The American Grill, South 5th Avenue in Canton, features a gaming room open until 11 p.m. Great food all day long, great breakfast, daily specials, salad bar from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily, and a banquet facility attached to the restaurant. If you have a rental, you need some kind of a party, give Kim a call, 647-3613 at the American Grill, South 5th in Canton.
Well, the other game we have on from sectional action on TSSR Game Time Live is 41-40. Illini Bluffs leads Anawan at the Bushnell sectional in Class 1A. And that one's going down the wire. It was 35-25 in the third quarter. They're in the fourth quarter now there. As we still have a lot to go in quarter number 3 as the ball's rounding around on the floor. A little hot potato action going on. And Maya Wardle comes up with it. 3:09 to go. It's 50-19. The Lady Irish up big here in semifinal number 1. And I would expect at least, BJ, that semifinal number 2 is not going to look like this.
No, I believe it'll be much closer between Canton and DMAC.
Shot off, no good. And driving and a foul. And Caitlin Cassidy just fouled out of the game. Her 5th foul with 2:41 to go in quarter number 3. She finishes with 2 points.
Her aggression does not change, even with the 4 fouls.
No,
as you said earlier, with a 30-point lead, that's not that big of a deal.
No, you wonder if she would have played it differently, if it's been the case. Hopefully we've got some of our issues figured out, folks, as far as our stream. We've lowered the bit rate. Hopefully it's a little better. Hop into live chat as the first free throw's up and good for Lauren M. She is 4 for 5 on the night thus far. Hop into live chat. Tell us if things are a little bit better. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Second one is good as well. She's 5 for 6. It's 50-21. These young ladies, if they want to go back and watch this game, they'll be able to, and they'll be able to see your live chat. So tell the folks, tell these kids that you're watching the game and who you're cheering for, where you're watching from. Is a shot by Mingus is off, no good. 2:23 to go. And if you'd be so kind, subscribe to our channel. You'll see some of the best high school sports in West Central Illinois. As there's a bucket and a foul. Lauren M. is kind of just trying to take things over here for the Saints. The foul's on number 12, Allie Sticklemeyer. That'll be her first. Team's 4th. And a basket's good by Lauren M. She's got 6 points from the field. She's 5 of 6 from the free throw line. She's the only player on the Saints in double figures, which is pretty much, well, I guess it could be possible to have one more, but with 21 points, it would be or 23 points, it would be pretty hard to do. The free throw is good. The old-fashioned three-point play is completed. She's 6 of 7 from the charity stripe.
Half of the 24 belong to her.
And it's really been all Lauren M. here in this quarter, hasn't it? I mean, she seems to have taken this team on her back and trying to make something happen. Oh, Bear was wide open. They couldn't get the ball to her across the lane, though. 1:48 remaining. Bear's going to try the three now. That's off, no good. Great position and a great putback for Stickelmeyer. Allie Stickelmeyer gets another bucket.
She's got 7 off the bench. That one does not
Gregory
fall.
Tomlins, thank you very much. Mingus, oh, they're going to call a foul.
I think Meg Earn thought she had all ball right there.
I did. I thought she had a lot of ball anyway. She might have got some arm. That's her third foul. Team second.
First team foul was Porter.
Just the first or second team foul?
Just the first.
Was it really just the first?
Mingus to the line where she has made one already tonight.
Yep, she's 1 for 2. Hits that one.
7 points total for her.
1:24 to go in the third quarter.
Riley Cook, a sophomore, was in. She checks out, replaced by Logan Shanks for the Saints.
Second one is good as well. Improves to 3 and 4 from the free throw line for Julia Mingus. In Bushnell, it's 42-41. The Bravettes of Anawan have taken a lead in that one.
Traditional powerhouse up there in Little Anawan.
Shanks drives around Bear and can't finish. I'm not sure how she tight-roped the baseline down there. 1 minute remaining. Bear down to Stickelmeyer, and it's blocked by Lauren M. So a 17-6 run for Anawan gets them in the lead at Bushnell. Bear is quick, but Shanks is using her quickness just a little bit better in her ball handling skills. Bear is going to pick up the foul there. That'll be Lexi Bear's first, team's fifth, with 38.2 seconds remaining. Logan Shanks will be at the free throw line. She's got 3 points on the strength of a three.
First one good. Bear checks out, and looks like Stickelmeyer went out.
Hines is back in. Dooley is in. Second one's good as well. Give her 5 points. 35 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. It's been as high as a 32-point lead. It's down to 28 right now. Dooley with it. She's getting harassed down there, and a steal. 22 seconds remaining. Maya Wardle with the block. Yes, they did. Probably should have gotten one. Now they're going to draw one at the other end. Mingus will be the fouling cohort, or what word am I looking for there, BJ? I lost. The foul is on.
Culprit.
Culprit, that's right. Logan Shanks picks up the foul.
I only know that because between us is a culprit all the time of something.
Yeah, there you go. I'll go with that. 12.5 seconds left. Riley Cook is back in, number 24. He's trying to get it in and throw it away, and just going to give up an easy layup at the other end. Basket is up and in for Wiedewelt, excuse me. Three on the way from the logo. A Caitlin Clark kind of shot right there. Falls just a little short by Maya Wardle. And at the end of the third quarter, it's 54-28. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the final 8 minutes here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on. so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
JB&D Siding has been in business 52 years. Russell Rui is the manager in Galesburg and Macomb. He's been with the company for 30 of those years. Lives in Fulton County, along with his wife and family, doing window siding, roofing, and sunroom and decks. Big or small, they can do it all at JB&D Siding. Give them a call for all of your home improvement needs, and remember, you have a friend in the business.
Wyatt Reed is getting all the good games. It's 45-44 in the fourth quarter, getting close to the end as we're underway here with fourth quarter action from Canton. Our game not quite as close, 54-28. Bloomington Central Catholic started with the ball. They have played better here in the third quarter, but they've got a long way to go. A three on the way off, no good. 7:35 remaining.
That third quarter was 16-15 Irish, but that just wouldn't work for the Saints. It didn't gain a point. As a matter of fact, they lost another point off the halftime lead.
Mingus for three. It's good. Julia Mingus hits her second triple.
Julia Mingus, 3.
And it's a 29-point game.
11 points for Mingus. What balance Notre Dame has. I'll get to that, too, in a minute. It's pretty impressive.
7:08 remaining. And a steal by Bear. Hands it off to Wardle. And then Wardle spun and stepped on the baseline. Just hard pressure from Emmy Hury, who lost the ball, BJ, and just didn't give up on the play.
Yep. Lexi Bear with 12. Julia Mingus with 11. Emmy Wardle 10. Stickelmeyer with 7. Maya Wardle with 8. I mean, that's balance right there.
Yes, it is. 7:01 to go. Make it 7 minutes left here in the basketball game. 57-28. No running clock as of yet. That's something you don't see very often in a. There's a rebound, a put back, off no good. That's going to be Meg Earn. As Meg Earn's going to get called for the foul as she wrapped around. Her fourth, team's first. First team foul of the quarter.
Correction, first team foul this quarter.
So a chance to get it over 30 here, BJ, and there's a lot of people standing in the doorway of this filled place. Three is good by Julia Mingus.
Julia Mingus, 3.
Trying to answer the three. She does for Logan Shanks, her second triple.
Shanks, 3.
I want to say there's Bear driving. Shot off, no good.
Bear with the block on the other end, and then a foul.
Yep, then she pushed, didn't she? 5:58 clock is running here. We'll tell you, want to say hi to JT Haas. His wife is a Peoria Notre Dame alum and a BCC alum. And he's a BCC alum watching their nieces, the Earn girls from St. Thomas USVI. So thank you for tuning in. We appreciate that. And a blocking foul is going to be called at the other end, and that's going to be on Meg Earn, and she will foul out. And she just walks off the floor. She's been dejected much of this game, BJ, and for some of it has been earned and some of it hasn't, but just has not went the way BCC has wanted it to go.
Now, she played her heart out, as they always do at this level. By the time you get to sectionals, nothing to hang her head on. It's the number one team in the state in Class 2A they're playing tonight.
Mingus is going to be called for the travel. Also want to say hello to Kelly Cassidy, watching from Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. Caitlin Cassidy's grandparents and aunt. Glad the team's doing great, so they are okay with her fouling out. Sad face. Go Irish.
It happens to everyone. I fouled out in the first quarter one night when I was in high school.
No way.
Yep.
I don't believe it. There's a shot up off, no good. It's 60-31. Clock is running, as we said. And a turnover.
13 or 14 fouls called on us in the first quarter. My coach sent me in with 5 seconds left and 4 fouls and said, just end the quarter for me. And sure enough, they called a foul on me.
You ended it all right.
I did.
for yourself.
Ref didn't like the Afro perm.
I cannot believe that.
Saints trying to run their offense double high post set this time, and Notre Dame defending very well.
I'm trying to keep track of this Class A game. That shot's off, no good. 3:44 to go. It's 47-46 Tigers now. Illini oh, what a block! And that's, go figure, who else? Lauren M getting the block there, knocking it out of bounds.
With the clock running, things moving quickly down to 3.5 minutes, and the officials hustle the subs in and out. Bloomington Central Catholic will clear the bench and bring everybody in for 3 minutes of sectional play.
A line change for mostly both teams, in all honesty, is there's not a starter on the floor for either team now.
Aiden Maloney, 5'10 sophomore, is in for Notre Dame. Dooley stays. Cora Hines is back in. Ellie Bear, 5'3 senior, is out on the floor, number 4. She had the ball now. Good look inside. Oh, pretty pass and a pretty hoop for Cora Hines.
She's got 5 points on the night.
Try to get all these BCC players in there.
Go for it, buddy. It's all you.
24 is Riley Cook. 31 is Kate Stolfa. Looking back for Cook down in the corner. 32 is Maddie Welch. Pass cross court goes to 22, Allison M. And also on the floor, 11, Michaela Wiedewilt. More subs coming. Wiedewilt checks out. Replaced by number 35, Taylor Cook. Hopefully we got them all. They all deserve mention.
Yes, they do. That is for sure correct. 2:10 to go, as we said. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Dooley. Maybe less of a foul than more of just saying an unnecessary pick.
Called that one awfully quick.
Yeah, he did.
Anticipation call.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the hardest rules to really, as a fan, to understand what's happening on these moving picks. You see it a lot at the college level. And sometimes even the players and coaches don't know what is and isn't called.
Because it's not called the same. That's the problem.
Right. That's right.
You have a definition, but then interpretation is the problem.
Yep.
Crossover. Hines again with it down low. 1:22 remaining. Stickelmeyer shoots it across and a shot up by Hines again, and a foul's going to be called. That foul is on number 35, Taylor Cook, I do believe.
You are correct. And for Hines, who has 5 points, she has a chance for another. That was a nice high-low look by Stickelmeyer to get it down in there.
Actually, she's got 4 points. No, that was Bridget Dooley, excuse me. Hines. She made the first one, right?
Yep.
She's got 2 for 2 from the free throw line and 2 field goals.
More subs for Notre Dame. Number 10, Abigail Chaddock, a 5'8 sophomore. 15, Riley Bear, 5'9 sophomore. And another. It'll be 30, Izzy Corey, 5'9 freshman. Replacing Cora Hines, the other freshman that was out there. And Hines ends her night with 7 points.
She was getting up and down the floor in the first half, and that ball's lost out of bounds, and that's pretty much going to be the end of this one. As 12 seconds remain, clock runs, as we said. They just got to get it inbounded here. Don't even have to get it across half court. I'm going to put the shot up and get it to fall. Basket to finish the game is good for Abigail Chaddock, number 10.
Lady Irish end up with 9 players in the scoring column after that Chaddock basket at the buzzer.
Everybody that played, everybody that I made on my score sheet scored, so they had 9 players, as you said. Perfect game for Peoria Notre Dame. I mean, I don't know if it was perfect, but it was pretty darn close, wasn't it? Don't you think?
They showed us why they have the ranking they have, that's for sure. Lane Langhoff hopefully remembers that he was going to come up and chat with us.
I'll tell you what, if you want to go ahead and head down, we'll play a couple commercials, And we'll be back right after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
Welcome back to Alice Ingersoll Gymnasium in Canton, Illinois. The first basketball game of the night is complete, a 66-31 win for the Lady Irish, and we have Maya Wardle along with us now. Maya, you had just 5 points, so not a big offensive night, but you guys seemed to do whatever you wanted to do. You were distributing the ball very well.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of been our game. We have a really talented scoring team. A lot of girls can step up and make big shots, so I know that I don't have to shoot 30 shots a game for my team to win. And I am really blessed with a lot of great teammates who do what they do well, and so I have no problem passing the ball. It's kind of what I've done and kind of what I'm going to college for. So my teammates really stepped up tonight, and it was a really great team win.
You guys, you don't see very many 30-point wins and running clocks in a sectional semifinal or even regional final. You guys really dominated from the start. Did you think that was a key to getting up on these guys and not letting them stay in the game?
For sure, for sure. BCC is a really good school. They had a really good season. They have a lot of really good athletes, so we knew that we were going to have to come in, and we just knew we had to throw the first punch. That was our goal, to come out there and set the tone for everyone in the gym to kind of know how we're going to play this postseason. And a big theme for us was getting on the boards and rebounding, and I thought we controlled the glass pretty well and were able to push it, and that's kind of what we do. And I mean, we did what we did well tonight, and that's what we got to do the rest of the postseason.
I saw you guys play CSE earlier this season in Abington at the Tornado Classic. You guys look like you have improved immensely since then. Do you feel like you have as well?
For sure, for sure. I mean, we've played such a tough schedule this year. We have played so many state-ranked teams, really, really good teams that will be in the state tournament at state finals at Ribbert Arena. So that really helped us. And so playing earlier in the season, and then we played a bunch of tough games to the end, I think that's what kind of has given us this boost. Is we've been in tough situations like this kind of atmosphere, and so we've definitely gotten better though through those experiences and just confidence and practicing and preparation.
Well, Maya, I appreciate you coming up and talking to us. Congratulations on the big win.
Thank you.
Got another couple to go before you get to Redbird, though, right?
Yep, for sure. One game at a time.
One game at a time. That was Maya Wardle.
Thank you, guys.
Talking to us after a big win for her squad. Lane Langhoff coming up to talk now. The head coach for the Peoria Notre Dame Lady Irish. We'll get him under the headset here. That might be a little sweaty there, Coach. Yeah, she worked a little out there for you tonight.
She works every night for us a lot.
You guys just came out. You know, you looked like you were. I hate that you looked like you were Sugar Ray Leonard or Muhammad Ali, just throwing haymakers at them, and they just couldn't respond early.
Yeah, well, when we can get some turnovers and runouts, our kids just play with so much more confidence. I know we score a lot of points, but it's a lot based on our defense, and we've got a lot of high energy kids, long athletic kids that we're just over the course of 32 minutes, our style, we just kind of want to make kids play faster than they want to, and I think maybe that's what happened early to them. They got some solid guards. I think our size kind of forced the issue with them. We have a lot of big guards, and but just our style of play, we want to come out and run, and we take the open shot, and we got started. Maya got us going early, and she's just such the leader. Everything goes through her, and she had a great night tonight, and it's great for her and the senior class to have another couple days at least together.
We laughed a little bit when you put Caitlin Cassidy back in with 4 fouls. Maybe in a close game it wouldn't have played that way, but you didn't really – at that point, I don't want to sound like it didn't matter, but you wanted to get her back in the game,
well,
I'm sure, right?
What mattered was her getting her confidence back, and
right.
she'll be there. She's hard on herself. She made 2 great moves. And we told her when she came, before she went back in at halftime, I'm like, Caitlin, we will live with you taking 2-footers all night. And she just, she gets a little rushed, and then, she's such a competitor. When she misses, she wants to get it right back, and got a couple whistles, and those are probably fouls going through the kid to try to get a rebound. But she does so much for us. She's going to be a little upset, but I know she's happy we won, and we get another practice and another game. And I know she'll get back to herself, and she'll be ready to play Thursday for us.
You mentioned long and athletic. I don't know that there's going to be very many teams at any level that can be as long and as athletic as you guys are. And then not only can those long athletic players play down low and do some things to post, they can step out and hit the triple too.
Yeah. And I think Lexi, as great a shooter as she is, her first maybe 3 baskets were inside the paint and she's finishing. She's getting stronger. But yeah, when those kids can step out and hit some shots, and when Lexi and Julie are going, and Maya's getting everybody, facilitating, getting everybody open shots. When we play with confidence and fast, we've had a lot of success. So, and our bench is long. Our bench comes in with, basically 3 6-footers, and Allie Sticklemeyer came in and buried a 3. Plays good defense, got some rebounds. Bridget, the senior, just does what she does. She plays hard. She got a couple buckets because they threw her the ball in the right place. She was able to go up and finish strong. And we've got some length and kids that really love to play with each other. And I'm just so happy for them in the program, and the kids we have. We're just excited. The staff's so excited to have another couple days with them.
The Tornado Shootout, you guys played CSE earlier this year.
Yes, sir.
And I think you guys handled that game okay, but it seemed like to me that you guys look a lot different and a lot stronger now than you did even at that point in the season. Do you feel that way too?
Well, yeah, and that was a good game for. I don't think their big kid played, to be honest, but we didn't score a bunch, but our defense was solid. And the big thing, that was right after Christmas. The big thing we've stressed is being tougher with the ball, finishing around the rim, and that's what we're seeing right now. We're getting the Lexi and Julia, even though they're 3-point shooters, that when they get in the paint, they're strong with it. These kids have fell in love with the weight room. They've added some strength, and it helps their confidence to know they can get in and play. And maybe get moved off their spot and still have a chance to finish.
You're going to face one of two pretty good teams that are
Yes,
getting
sir.
ready to play now. You've got a pretty long history at Canton, but Deer Creek Mackinac is pretty tough. Do you match up better against one of these teams, do you think?
I don't know. We played Canton. It was early in the year. We played DMAC last year. We weren't able to get them on the schedule. Just how schedules are. We tried and just didn't work. I would have liked to play them, knowing we were coming down to 2A. But no, I know. We've seen Canton live. Obviously, we've got scouts on DMAC. I'm not rooting one way or the other. And honestly, it's funny to say, but even at this point, we're still just worried about us.
If you do what you do, you can beat most teams. I mean, that's kind of the mindset you have to have, right?
Oh yeah, our kids. Yeah, if we press and we run, and we share the ball, and obviously if we rebound, and obviously we can't run until we rebound. But if we rebound, share the ball, and play solid defense, we're not too worried about. Both teams have great players. But yeah, we're still at this stage. It seems funny, 34 games in the year, but our kids still, when we talk pregame, they still know it's about us.
If Canton wins this thing, this place is going to be packed Thursday night, isn't
Yeah,
it?
there's like 3 people here that still like me, so it's good. It's good to see those 3. No, you know what? I love this place. There's a lot I missed about it when I left 7 years ago. Great people. This was my first varsity gig, and I was happy to and blessed to be here 13 years in that role. Mel Turgeon was a student of mine, played for me. Now she's coaching. I love this community. We don't get here very much anymore, but when it came out, we're not looking ahead. I'm like, this would be a great place to play in a sectional. And yeah, a lot of great memories from this gym, and teaching in the public schools for 17 years here with great people. Some I've already seen tonight. I'm sure I'll see a few throughout the second game. But yeah, it'd be a great way to come back Thursday night and just play our basketball and play well.
All right, Coach. Thanks a lot for coming up.
Appreciate
Congratulations.
It. Thank you for
we'll
the
see
coverage.
you Thursday night.
Yeah, appreciate it. The kids deserve this coverage.
Hey, we appreciate
our game is good. Our girls' game's really good around the area.
It is. Thank you very much. Thank you, Coach. As we'll run through the scoring real quick before we end things here. For Bloomington Central Catholic, 12 points for Lauren M. to lead the scores. 8 points for Logan Shanks, 4 points for Megan Earn, 5 points for Emmy Hury, 2 points for Kate Earn, and 2 points for Michaela Wiedewilt. They were 8 of 13 from the free throw line. 14 to lead the way for Julia Mingus. She had 3 3-pointers. She was 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. 13 points for Emmy Wardle, 12 points for Lexi Bear, 7 points for Cora Hines, 2 points for Caitlin Cassidy, 5 points for Maya Wardle, 4 points for Allie Stickelmeyer, 4 points for Bridget Dooley, and 2 points for Abigail Shattock. Late, the Lady Irish were 7 of 12 from the free throw line. That'll do it for this contest. We'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes with the final game of the day. It's Canton and Deer Creek Mackinac. You've been watching TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. We'll be back in just a few minutes in the next stream.